Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Armada Red Alert. I almost said universe, but it's not Armada universe, it's just Armada Red Alert. Based obviously on his appearance from Armada, and he is looking fantastic. I've always wanted a figure of this guy, because him together with Optimus Prime and Hotshot were the main trio of Armada. And especially from the games. And not being able to have either Hotshot or Red Alert was kind of hurtful. However, then in Legacy, we got Optimus and Hotshot, but we were still missing Red Alert. So he has finally joined the party, even though I already did have a Red Alert. But I'll talk about that guy once we get to Sad's comparison. But here he is in all his Red Alert-y glory, and he looks so accurate to the actual show models. Let's get in close here on the beautiful head sculpt that he has. The nice red visor with the mouth poking out, kind of looking like a helmet. The nice big chest here with the Autobot symbol right there. The lights here at the front. I also heard people complain about the fact that this guy is too small. However, the site that I bought this guy from actually had a little bit of an error. And that error allowed this guy to be on the deluxe price point. So I paid deluxe price point for a Voyager class figure because of the error. They did fix their error after, I guess, they noticed it, but I was quick enough to buy him. So if people are saying this is more like a deluxe class figure, well, I paid deluxe, so I don't care. But he also has the nice knee pads right down here, the nice little details here with the car hood, and a circle for some reason. I don't know if I can show that off. Let's see if I can show that off. Here we go. But yeah, he's got like, I don't know, a place for like a matrix of leadership or something like that on there. But yeah, and then we have the arm with hand and arm without hand. We'll get there later. The door wings that are on the side of his arms, which is actually a unique way to do the door wings, because normally they are literally just door wings hanging off the back. But here they are more on the shoulders. That is not really something you see a lot of, especially not nowadays. And then the roof of the car is on the back here, as it should be. And also he has a minicon port right there on the back here, I guess, in order to activate the minicon thing, which we will also get to later on, which is not activated. But overall, he is a nice looking guy. I do like the big Autobot symbol, and I'm so happy to own him. Having him next to Hotshot and Optimus makes me so happy. So then, let us take a look at the accessories. However, the thing is, he already has the accessories with him. So let's unpackage this boy, shall we? So starting off here on the legs, as you can see, this is where you can store the red things, the red accessories right here. So you could just undo it from in here. Also, how you're supposed to attach these things is the connection into the arm. That one is supposed to go down at the bottom. So you just hit that in the bottom and then just push it in, and there you go. It's stored now. That is how you store this. And it fell on the floor, because of course, why would it not fall on the floor? But that is not all that we have, because of the fact that if we go into the backpack, we open this up, kind of like the Ninja Turtles crossover figure. We have this thing as well, which is also another tool that he used in the show. Close it back up, close it back up. There you go, everything is here. So let us take a look at the accessories. Let's get you out of the way so you don't take up the focus. And starting off, we have this thingy here, which, alright, looks interesting. I don't know what these things are supposed to be, but they look interesting. Then also we have this thing here that is more of a blaster. These two seem to be blasters, in order for Red Alert to be able to defend himself against the Decepticons, which once focus happens. There we are. But yeah, as you can see, that's what it looks like. And then finally we have a claw thingy that grabs things. There you go, finally zoomed in. But yeah, here we go. We got this in here as well. And obviously at the bottom of his arm, he has a hole which you can either attach this one into, or this one into, so that he can shoot at the Decepticons if he wants to. So that is very nice that you can actually do that. Also, for anyone who might be interested, the two of you that might be interested, I actually did do a Let's Play of the Armada video game over on the Let's Play channel. If you want to check that out, you can. Link to the description. channel is linked in the description and at the end of the video. For anyone wondering, I also did a let's play of the Armada game. The link to the channel is in the description and at the end of the video, so you can check that out if you want to. Also, the thing is that he actually came with 2 hands, as was an error picture. There was a picture out there where he had 2 hands. He does not come with 2 hands because Red Alert does not have 2 hands, sadly enough. Now let's move straight into the next segment, which is the articulation segment. Starting off, his head can do a full rotation. They got some up and down action as well, and also because of this thing, he has a little bit of forward and back motion as well. Then his arms can do a full rotation. They can go all the way out like so, and then sadly enough, this does not really lock into place. But yeah, you got a rotation down here. You have a, weirdly enough, a locking elbow joint, because you got like this, and this. It's not a free-formed one. I don't know why they made it so tight and lock, but they did for some reason. And also, he has some hand rotation on the one hand that he actually does have. Then his legs can go forward, and they cannot really go back unless you move the backpack out of the way. Then they go all the way back. Also, they can go in and out, and you have a swivel and a knee bend as well. And also, these things can move. I don't know why they can move, because they are supposed to be like this for robot mode, and they're supposed to be like this for vehicle mode. And then his feet can go forward on a ratchet, which I hate the fact that this is ratcheted, but still. Also, his heel is really loose, and there's a little bit too much play in this foot specifically. This one doesn't really have that. Like, this one doesn't have play, but this one has play. I don't know why that one has play, but whatever. And also, something that I forgot to show off is the fact that in the back here, you can undo this thing, and he can have a shoulder cannon. However, if you don't like the fact that he has a shoulder cannon, he can just hold the cannon in his hand, which I think he also did in the show. So he can shoot with an even bigger cannon. I think it was like the minicon got attached back here, and then this thing would pop out, and he would grab it and start shooting Megatron, or Starscream, or Demolisher, or Cyclonus, or any of them, really. But that is what you can do as well. It is very nice that it's not based off of a gimmick. And obviously, you can just put it back like so. But that is the articulation, the articulation and the weapon segment. So then, let us move straight into SAS comparison. So let's start off with the Red Alert that I actually do own. And that is the McDonald's one that I've owned for years, which is why he's a bit yellowy. But yeah, here he is next to the only Red Alert from Armada that I have ever owned. And my goodness, what an improvement the new one is. I am so happy that I have the new one. My goodness, look at how cool he looks. So let's get this idiot out of here, and then let's get the other Armada Autobots that I have with me here. So here we go. Here we have Red Alert with Optimus Prime, Hotshot, Scavenger, and also Smokescreen, and also the only minicon that was released during the Legacy era, Jolt. It's the only minicon that they've done. Now, Hasbro has stated on multiple occasions that they might want to do minicon packs. I don't know if they're ever really gonna do it, because it's kind of stupid that they didn't decide to do it earlier, but whatever, you know what, if they're gonna give it to us. But I'm so happy with these guys, because mainly these 3. Let's get these 2 out of here. I am so happy that I own these 3 guys because of the PlayStation 2 game. These are the 3 main characters of Armada, kind of, in my brain, because in the series, you start off with these 3, and then in the game, you can only play as one of these 3. So it is very nice to have this stuff, and I'm a big fan of all 3 of these. Man, Armada keeps winning in the Legacy line. My goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful set. I am so happy with this. So let's get these guys out of here, because we don't have an Ironhide. I don't have Armada Sideswipe, and there is no Jazz, I don't think, in the Unicorn Trilogy. So instead, let's just bring you a bit closer so we can get into that transformation. So let's transform Red Alerts. What you want to start off with, you want to take this off, and I guess I'm going to show this off right now. You want to put these right here in the leg area. Also, with this one specifically, there are these 2 things sticking out on the sides. You want to kind of get that in there. So there you go. It is finally in. It took a long time, but you want to take these pieces here and put them in the side here. There you go. And then also you can lift this bad boy up, open this up, and then this thing is gonna go in here. Okay, not like that. Like so. And then we can close this up. Now we can get into the real transformation. So what you want to start off with. So what you want to do with the arm is you want to rotate it this way. And then this tab here, up here, is going to go into this gap here. So you want to take it and rotate it in. And then also rotate this whole thing completely in like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Rotate it up, rotate it around like so. And then tab that in, and then this is a little bit difficult, but rotate this in like so. Then what you want to do is you want to take the windscreen here, rotate it up right there, and then rotate this whole thing up. But also what you want to do is you want to open up the front here as well, and then in here you want to separate the white from the black in here in order to let the blue parts and the black part kind of come out. You want to take the head and rotate it in. This is going to be very difficult to get out, but that is a problem for reverse transformation. And then you want to basically rotate this all the way up, rotate this piece out, and now we can go down to the legs. And what you want to do with the legs, you want to fold the feet up like so, and then untab it here, which by the way you can also use that as an articulation joint, and rotate this all the way around, rotate this all the way around. Also fold in the heel as well, like so. After that, what you want to do is you want to rotate the arm like so, and then rotate it inside of the truck. Rotate the arm and rotate it inside, just completely inside. And also tab the arms together as well, then they meet here in the middle. Then you want to take this and rotate it up all the way. There's a tab here on the side that's going to go in here, the same thing on the other side. So we want to basically just make sure that also these tabs here at the back are going to go into slots here in the leg, while we get everything else kind of tabbed in as well. Yeah, like so. Had a little bit of a struggle bus fight there. And then after all of that, there we have good old-fashioned Red Alert in his vehicular form. So here we have Red Alert in his vehicle mode, and he looks very nice and very accurate to his Armada counterpart. So it seems like the only one who really kind of dropped the ball was good old-fashioned Hotshot, who feels like a squished version of what he should be. But overall, this guy looks very nice. I like the kind of like red cross Autobot symbol, even though it's not a cross, because that is not allowed. And then the nice Autobot symbol here at the top. You got the top here, this thing here, which I never really knew what that was supposed to be. But technically, if you have a Minicon or like, I guess, a Minicon kind of figure, you could plug it in and then activate the gimmick that he has. But yeah, you got the sirens here. I never really got why he had this thing here. It just always eluded me. The nice stripe here at the side, kind of like wanting to emulate the A-Team van. The little bit of blue here at the front, always looking nice. And then the back here with the windows being like that, like an armored vehicle. This is an armored ambulance, and obviously pinned wheels for the rolling experience. And then finally here he is from the bottom. Basically it's just a pair of legs that are hanging off from the bottom. But overall, this is one nice looking and accurate figure. Also, you got the nice yellow lights here at the front with some of the red lights as well. The nice grill in there as well. My goodness, this is just such a good looking figure, isn't he? I am so impressed with this one. And obviously, if you want to, you can still open up this part here. Rotate it all the way to the front and have a gun out to shoot people with. Actually, it's better if I just do this. It would make it more accurate. There you go. Because I think that is actually where the gimmick is. Because I never owned the original Red Alert, like I said before. So I don't know how that figure worked. But basically, it just you could just flip this bad boy out. Nice little thing here in order to put it back straight like that. This is just a very, very cool looking vehicle mode. However, that is about really all that I can say about this beautiful guy. Because, you know, there's no real weapon stores. Because we went through that in the transformation sequence. And the only other thing that there is this thing, which technically you can actually take this off and potentially store it here on the... No, you can't. I saw the holes on the side, so I thought maybe you could store it, but there is no storing this thing on the side or the back. It really only stores right here. I do also like how it has the light bar at the bottom, so that it just like perfectly fits back in here. And there you go. Blends in perfectly, by the way. You would never know that that thing could open up unless I told you or unless you looked it up. So then, now that I am done with the vehicle mode, I guess it's best to just go straight into stats comparisons. Starting off, here he is with McDonald's Red Alert. Yellowed McDonald's Red Alert. But, yeah. I mean, he's got his head poking out, but the problem is, if you put in his head, he drives. He can technically drive, but maybe not on this table. he did a little stun. Did you see that? There he goes. Oh no, go back. But here he is next to that guy looking way better actually than the McDonald's one. But if this thing did not look better than the McDonald's one, then I would have rioted. So let's get you out of here and bring in the Armada squad, boys. So here we have him with the Armada squad that I have. The only Autobot actually that I did not decide to grab was Hoist. Because, you know, Hoist and Smokescreen and their connection. So I just decided to grab Smokescreen only. And look at them all very nice together. Looking very nice together. I like the way that they all look together. They look very, very good. I'm so happy to be able to own it. Now then, obviously, you two need to go away. So I can have specifically, and you as well, Jolt. So I can specifically have these three. Here we have Optimus, Hotshot, and Red Alert, the main guys of Armada in their vehicle modes, and they look so good together. I am so happy that I own all three of these figures. This has really been a collecting goal that I've had for myself in order to complete these three. Initially it was the original Armada trilogy, since I only had Optimus, but since they remade them, it's just getting them all together. But look at it. Hotshot does look a lot more squished than he is supposed to be, so it's not perfect, but it's still not all that bad. So let's get them out of here. Let's grab Red Alert, pull him in closer, and let's get into that reverse transformation. So let's get good old-fashioned Red Alert back into his robot mode. So we just want to start off with, you want to take the back here and open it up, untab it from everything and rotate it down, untab it here, the legs, and rotate them down, and the crotch as well. Get that bad boy perfectly into place. Then take the legs back here, rotate them down, and click them into place, and then also fold down the feet and take the heel in here and rotate it out. I wish it clicked into place. And then do the same thing on the other side. So just click this bad boy into place. Okay. And then rotate the foot down and take the heel once again and just push it all the way to the back. And there we go. The pair of legs are done. Now then, with the next part, what you want to do is you want to take the arms here from the doors, I guess, and just undo them from the main body like so. Rotate them around, and then unfold the arm, which for some reason is locked in, which I don't never really understand. Rotate it forward. Undo the arm from in here, rotate it down, and rotate it more to the front. There you go. And now we come to the problematic area. So what I like to do is I like to just push in here. That way it kind of sometimes unlocks this thing, and you want to also fold in the grill section, but you want to basically push out the head if you can. Maybe you're not supposed to fold out the grill yet. Let's undo the grill. But I hate folding out this head because it's so difficult to get out. There we go. Oh, almost there, almost there. Just there you go. It is back into place. Now then, rotate this down and rotate this down. So there you go. The head is finally out. So just push down in the gap here, push it up, and then try to shimmy the head out. It is very annoying to do. Then fold this up, rotate this to the back. As you can see, there's a tab here. Hold there. Tap that into place. The window will fold down automatically. And then you can go into the legs or into the back and grab your weapon of choice. And I will choose this bad boy right here. And you can plug this bad boy into the hand like so. And there you go. Or into the place where the hand is supposed to be. And here we have good old-fashioned Red Alert back in his robotic move. So, final thoughts on Red Alert. I think he is a phenomenal figure, in my opinion. Especially for what I paid for him. You know, I paid not that much money. You know, I paid deluxe price point. And the fact that he is kind of has like that Voyager class feel to him, because he is a bit of a hefty boy though. I also don't know if I showed it off, but he has ankle tilt. So in case I did not, I forgot to show it off, but he has ankle tilt. But anyway, yeah, he does feel heavier than like a normal deluxe, than like Hotshot. And I think he's great. Now, is he worth that Voyager class price point? It's kind of where the debate comes into play. Now, as an Armada fan, I will say, yeah. Because if this guy was not priced down on accident, I still would have bought him on the Voyager class scaling. So, for me, it doesn't really matter. I wanted a Red Alert, and as an Armada fan, I am very happy. Yes, he is on the smaller side. However, he is also on the accurate side. So I don't necessarily have a problem with it. You know, like he is smaller than Optimus, bigger than Hotshot. So that makes me very happy. And yes, he doesn't come with a lot of accessories. But that's not necessarily the biggest problem. However, I will say this. For the small size that he has, I do kind of wish that he came with a mini condo. I will say that. Maybe they could have allocated the budget in order to give him a mini-con. That would have been nice. But overall, like I said, I am a big fan of this guy. So do I recommend him? Yes, I do. This might actually be my favorite figure of Wave 1 of Age of the Primes. Now, granted, I don't care about Megatronus and I don't have Prima Prime yet. But outside of that, you know, this thing is my favorite. And I don't think Prima is going to be better than this thing. But that has been my review of Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager Class Armada Red Alert. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!